Hello everyone, I am Third Mario Brother, and welcome back to more Let's Play Super Mario Sunshine. And right off the bat, as you can tell, this episode isn't going to be a normal one. This episode is reserved only for 100 coin shines and blue coin collections, because, well, frankly, I've been procrastinating on it for a long time, and we need to get this over with. Anyway, this is Sirena Beach. One of the most popular ways to get 100 coins here is just to go to one of the casino levels and grind for coins on the slot machines. But instead, you can do this, which I like to call vandalizing everything in sight. Haha, go inside, break everything, spray out all the torches, soak them in water so they never work again, they have to get new ones. Yes! Cause them to spend more money. Anyway, you're gonna want to go ahead and get every coin outside before you come inside, after which spray all the torches, collect all the coins in the lobby, etc, etc. You know, speaking of vandalization, sorry to get off topic already, but it reminds me of this one time I was watching Extreme Makeover Home Edition, and, rather than just tear the house down, they hired a bunch of clowns and they gave them hammers and they had to break everything that they could inside the house, and it was crazy. Extreme Makeover Home Edition was ridiculous. Is that still on? I think it is, actually. I don't get TV anymore. We get like 5, 10 stations, most of them news. Well, more than 10, probably like 30, but yeah, most of them are news. The other ones are like Judge Judy, and other than that, it's just crap. I'm pretty glad we don't have very good TV anymore. My brain is a lot less mushy since then. Anyway, the premise of this, the way you're going to be getting most of your coins is through the attic. Now, just go ahead and go into the attic, and then there will be a bunch of breakable spots, more than just the one we used to get in to get the shine in Mysterious Hotel Delfino. Keep going back into the attic and break all the spots that you can. You can actually get well over 100 coins this method, so I'm not sure why people decided to do the slot machine method, whatever it is, rather than this, because I find this to be a lot faster and a lot easier as well, especially if you're following this route. So this guy is still sweeping that one spot up here, and he never stops sweeping that spot. He is either really bad at his job or his broom's broken. I would probably look into fixing that. Anyway, come in here, get those 2 coins. To be honest, I don't think I missed many coins on this route, but there might have been a lamp or 2 that I didn't spray. Thing about Sirena Beach, go ahead and spray everything that you can find. Well, every, like, object that you can find, like a lamp or a sign or anything like that. Most of them actually do hold coins, so you're going to want to look out for that. Anyway, your last few are in here. You can also spray the light on the ceiling. But, that should get you well over 100, and there's our shine for Sirena Beach. Awesome. Now, we are moving on to Noki Bay, and this is another 100 coin shine. That's another 100 coin shine, herpa-derpa. But I actually find this one very easy, a lot easier than most people do. Right off the bat, in whatever mission I'm in, again, I'll throw an annotation up on the screen. Yay for making more work for myself instead of just knowing how to read. Go behind you and follow this trail of coins. There are a lot of coins here. I think there's 50 coins in this line. The reason I'm jumping out of the water and diving is because I think that's just a little bit faster than swimming. But it can require some accuracy, and it requires a lot of button work, so if you don't want to do that, just tap A and hold R while you're swimming, and it'll activate the hover nozzle, which will make you go that much faster. Now, the next place we're going to be getting coins from are these ruins over here. Yay for going out of my way to get 1 coin on top of a tree. There's a lot of coins in those ruins. I only went into part of them because, well, otherwise it'd just be a little, like, overly time-consuming, and you can still get well over 100 otherwise. So go over here, go into each of these cubby holes, and don't fail like I am right now. Just hover over to each one. Hurry before the ruins go back, or else you'll have to do everything over again in order to get up here. Now, climb up onto these trees to get 1 coin each if you want to. Again, it's probably not necessary, but hey, it helps. It's always a good way to think of things. The glass is not half empty, you jerkwads. Anyway, hit this button. I think it's only available in missions where the water's clear, like after Mouth. And then go down here, collect all these coins, and this should take you up. I think it gets me up to exactly 100. No, it got me up to 101 because there was 1 coin left over. But, in case you didn't get up to 100 from doing all that, I show a few other methods that should take you over 100, regardless of whether you miss like half the coins that switch produces anyway. So you can go break those boxes down by the raccoon's house, or you can just swim down there and get an extra bunch of coins. And that's about all I'll show. There's still a couple more in the level that you can find. I think there's some up on like the tight ropes and some in other assaulted places. Not too many more, but you probably won't need them if you're following this route, considering I'm up to 116. Anyway, I'm showing getting to the shine in this one because it's actually a lot more complicated than in all the other levels, because it spawns at the very, very top of the level, which can be difficult to get to if you don't know how. So go ahead and run up this seashell. You know, this whole place is reminding me of Little Mermaid. Under the sea. That was a good movie. I like old Disney movies. I haven't watched one in a while. Anyway, get your Shine Sprite. Yay for being ADD and off topic. Next up, blue coins of Rico Harbor. Hooray! We've finished all the 100 coin shines except for Pianta Village and Delfino Plaza airstrip thing. Anyway, in this one, you're really going to want to start paying attention to the graphics because the blue coins aren't available. All the blue coins aren't available in like a certain mission like there were in Bianco Hills. So just go ahead and pay attention to the graphics. I'm starting out with everything that you spray on the wall, like the M graffitis that you clean or the X graffitis that you clean. These X graffitis, a lot of people think that you have to have the turbo nozzle to get them, but you actually don't if you just use that power slide thing. I call it a slip and slide. I remember having a slip and slide as a kid. I was really young when we got it though. We set it up out in my backyard, and I was really bad at it, so we moved it a little bit, and then it got all torn. Apparently there were a bunch of rocks there. We were sliding on it, and there were rocks, and it was horrible. Couldn't see them, though, because the grass was too tall, but hey, they were there. These next few are on the catwalks. This one is on the crane. You know, the ones in Rico Harbor, I actually kind of like them, because they're just kind of sitting around, and they force you to explore the level. That's the whole thing about Super Mario Sunshine that I like. Well, one of the whole things, besides just the fastest place if you know where you're doing. The fastest paced Mario platform if you know what you're doing. But otherwise, I like it because it's really more of action-adventure. Well, not action-adventure, just kind of an adventure game, and you can explore the areas to figure out what to do. It's kind of the same as Super Mario 64, where there's a big open world with no, like, set route for you to go. I don't know, I really like that. And it's different from the Galaxies in that there's no direct objective. It's not really as much of a platformer as it is an adventure game, like I said. Anyway, moving on to Gelato Beach, there are a couple that are just floating underneath the water behind the beach. Those are ones that people commonly miss, so you're going to want to go ahead and pick those up. These are other ones that people commonly miss. They're swimming with the fish, and they have like the AI of a fish, I guess, but they're coins. And yes, that means they can go through rocks just like the red coins did in that one mission. Anyway, these ones, there's actually quite a few before you get onto the main part of the level, which is the beach. 7, I think it was, I don't know. Then here, you're just going to want to spray the beach, uncover these hidden Shine Sprite symbols, and I'm reading basically exactly what the graphic says, so I think I'm just going to drop out for the majority of the Gelato Beach shines, because, well, I want you guys to hear these awesome CarboHydroMusic songs, remixes, whatever you want to call them. Go ahead and go check them out, really. If it wasn't for them, this video would be a lot more boring. My other videos with coins would be a lot more boring. Anyway, click the annotation to skip to when, I cannot talk, to skip to when I start commentating again. And yeah, be right back. And yes, these things, I think I've called them juice before, those orange kind of gyrating, not gyrating, think of the word later. Those things are called force fields, and they can only be sprayed out with Yoshi's Juice. These are only available in Mission 6, because Yoshi's only available in Mission 6. Anyway, the last 4 of these are available in the Sandbird stage. I'm not going to show their exact locations, but they're all floating on clouds that all pass directly next to the Sandbird, so they shouldn't be too hard to find. Anyway, now for the blue coins of Pinna Park. We're going to be starting outside the park with the ones that are available in all missions. I recommend you choose the Beach Canyon Secret mission, though, because then there will be the Monty Mole shooting the bullet bills at you, which is required. Then there are 2 butterflies out here. Go ahead and eat those with Yoshi. Then we'll be moving on to the ones... it was mission 2, the Beach Canyon Secret. They'll be underneath baskets on the beach. To break these baskets, you need a bullet bill. Just, normally you're going to... I really cannot talk today, huh? Normally you're going to want to get one of the, homing bullet bills, the purple ones, to follow you into the basket. And, this little section of beach, just in case you get confused about it, when you go in the park, it's right off to the left of where you start. I think part of the roller coaster hooks into it. Anyway, there are a couple of bluebirds in this too. And yay, we get to ride the clam ride to get a blue coin as well. Huzzah! Now, the blue coins in Pinna Park, most of them are pretty basic. Ooh, the stuck in stew. This is the only one of these in the game. I kind of like the enemy, and I wish they used it more. Just kill the big one, and all the other ones will die too, and you'll get your blue coin. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, the Pinna Park blue coins are fairly basic, so there's not much instruction needed. There are a few things that I probably did wrong. Like, I think all the ones inside the park are available in missions 7 and 8. I could be wrong about that. I might be thinking of another world. But, as you could see when we were spraying out that blue bird on that purple gazebo, there should have been an orange bridge there in later missions, but I was just doing it in earlier missions, and I don't know, I'm quavy like that. You guys know me, I'm super crazy, and my dog is barking very near me. I hope you guys can't hear that. Anyway, go ahead and clean these corresponding triangle graffiti. I actually kind of like the corresponding graffiti things, because it's kind of a race. See how fast you can get across something. I really used a bad route here on this one, Blue Coin 27. Swimming is like the slowest possible thing you can do in this game, and so it was really not very smart of me to try to get it that way. Anyway, wow, that papaya is hanging out of his nose like it's a booger. These on top of the Ferris wheel, go ahead and go get them, and they're the last blue coins of Pinna Park, making incredible progress here, probably because there's no time limit. Huzzah for no time limit abuse. Anyway, now for the blue coins of Sirena Beach. These can actually be quite confusing, because, well, I didn't leave myself, like, going through the attic, and a lot of them are, you're required to go through the attic to get them. Anywho, oh, yeah, this song. I'm sorry, I got distracted by this awesome CarboHydroMusic music, which you should definitely go check out. Anyway, there are a bunch of them that are outside of the hotel. I think I actually did a pretty good job of getting a route together for these. And I don't think it was in Pinna Park that all the coins were available in missions 7 and 8. I think it was in this world. I don't know, maybe it was in both, but I know it's for sure in this world, where you can get all of them in missions 7 and 8, except for the last 6, which are exclusive to certain missions. Anyway, there are some corresponding X graffiti on the first floor and the lobby. So go ahead and get those. Actually, it's the corresponding triangle graffiti on the first floor in the lobby, and the corresponding X graffiti on the... I don't know, I'm confused. Watch the video. Anyway, this one's pretty interesting. You gotta spray the skylight. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff in Sirena Beach that you're gonna want to spray to uncover stuff. Anyway, go ahead and go through the attic into this room with the bookcases. It's right above this room, the one where you find the pineapple for Yoshi. There's also one in there. In missions 7 and 8, that Boo isn't there, so you don't need Yoshi to eat him, so you can just walk on through. And I believe in mission 8, or was it mission... yeah, it was mission 8, all the doors are open, so you're not going to have to worry about getting Yoshi or going through random passageways or whatever. Anyway, break into this room through the attic, spray the mirror, get it covered in juice, get it all sticky for this lady who seems to be very happy to see our arrival. And go ahead and break through her table, break her furniture, break her mirror. What else are we doing? Anyway, that M graffiti was right behind where you start in the casino in mission whatever mission it was, then ground pound the slot, spray the torch, and come out here. This is scrubbing Sirena Beach. After you save these Nokis, or get them out of the slime, just go ahead and clean them off, and they will each give you a blue coin. That's pretty awesome. And finally, in Noki Bay, this is considered by many to be the hardest blue coin mission in the game. Well, not blue coin mission, but blue coin collection in the game. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. These are just all over the place. As you can see, there were a lot of ruins that we explored in the 100 coins, and there were a lot of ruins that we didn't explore in the 100 coins. You guys didn't even see half of it, probably, in that little section. Anyway, up here, go ahead and take this springboard, go up. This is a little interesting platforming section. It's kind of overly long, and this clip is really long, even though it's like 2.5 times the speed. Anyway, you're going to want to get the one that you rocket to first here, because when you go into that little crevice with the cubby above the rocket nozzle, you will be punched back. A bird thing will come out, it will hit you, and you'll fly back far. Anyway, now we're getting into the ruins of this level. Be careful how you turn the camera angle here when you're like hand over handing it, like sliding across this little rail section. I don't know what you call it, but don't turn the camera too far or you will fall. You're also going to want to stop in that little crevice that I stopped in for a second just to take a break, because I think Mario does have strength in this game, and when he runs out of it, he falls. Anyway, cliff with the gold bird. Go to it. That's going to be your central hub for getting a lot of these blue coins. Come up here. Spray all these ruins. A lot of them are located in close proximity to each other, so you're going to want to pay attention to the graphic to know exactly where they are. Don't spray that right there like I was. I was just confused about the location of it, because my strategy guide that I'm using to jog my memory about these coins didn't describe it very well, so I was just kind of guessing. But hey, you have this guide, so you're not going to have to do that. Anyway, drop down from here, go to the left, and there's another blue coin. Nice. This is also another thing that you're going to have to do. You're going to have to spray that little panel right there, and it'll open up these ruins. You'll have to do this multiple times, because there's multiple blue coins that you can get through this method. Like, right here, right after doing that last one, you have to do it again. Anywho, cliff with the golden bird. Go ahead and go over here, spray this. Yay. You could probably drop down from that coin to the previous coin, but either way, it's not going to affect anything much. Blue coin 20, my strategy guide, my Prima guide, actually called that the most difficult blue coin in the game. And I thought to myself, when I laughed when I read that, because all you have to do is spin jump and then rocket when you're at the apex of your spin jump. You can also jump off a shell, one of the high shells in the level. I think it's the one that contains the shell secret or whatever. Anyway, these last few, except for the last two, are under the sea in missions 4 and 8. I recommend going to mission 8 because there aren't toxic bubbles floating up that will damage you in case you happen to run into them. It shouldn't make that much difference because Ealing Mouth isn't really a threat when you're that high up. But anyway, go ahead and go get him. Turbo Nozzle is in that cave under the waterfall that a blue coin was located in earlier. You have to unlock it in a certain mission. Go ahead and collect those 2 blue coins, and that is all for this video. I thank you all so much for watching. I'm glad I finally got around to doing this. I've procrastinated for too long. I didn't think it was going to come to this, but thanks for watching. See you next time on Super Mario Sunshine, where we get back to your regularly scheduled programming, I guess.